when you create a top-down play, first of all, the point guard will have the basketball at half court, while everyone set up the same way as how we usually set up. The X represent our players, the O represent the opponents. But before the point guard dribble past the half court, he has to call the play. Now the two down players will then move the players. The two wing players will sort of moving a little bit, create a little obstacle. The two players down here will then run across past the person from the outside and run out here to try to create some kind of separation and receive the basketball. Now remember, the play can be run on both sides, which means when the two picks start here, when the separation occurred here, okay, the basketball then can be traveled to either side of the court. Let's assume the basketball will to the right hand side. Okay, the pass occurred right there. Okay, at this time, the opponent will also be making its way following the person they are guarding. Okay, at this time, the ball is already on one side of the court. What we need to see is a brief pause, and then we're gonna see in the midst of confusion, our players, whoever is on the same side of the ball, will be making the break to the basket. Simultaneously, the opposite side where the ball is, the wing player will then make its way to the elbow, okay, and then cheat in a little bit in, and then come back out to set a pick for the point guard. All this is happening at the same time. The point guard will then travel past the screen and go straight in for the basket. Okay. Obviously, the opponent will try to follow here, and point guard will have to go past the person. The opposite wingman who did not get the ball will have to make its way to half court as safety. Now at this time, you can see there are two potential passes. It can be a pass right down to the person who breaks to the basket for layup, or another pass, make sure it's a bounce pass to the middle for the point guard who's cutting through the basket, cutting through the center to get a basketball. Now additional pass could happen also if the ball were to come to the middle guy and there's no layup because for some reason the opponent is able to come back here. The ball will then be bounced to the trailer, the point guard who's cutting through the key, and there can be a shot right here. Okay, and that's how the top-down play works. Now, how does if there will be any trouble and the ball cannot be dished to this two-person, you still have a guy on top here. Also, you have your safety, and then we can reset the play.